misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
That left side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pringle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
That's reeled in. It's Pringle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Remember this one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill-spent. The tight end is always open.
They think that, too. They think they're always open. Throw me the football, but especially in the red zone. This is where you see most tight ends do most of their damage. Big body guys, QB find him, hit him, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback making adjustments. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage.
Ready up. Belly starter. Tuna. 42 spot.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second down, he'll throw it. Uncorks one. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Pulled down for the tackle. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play-action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what.
Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Finds his man down the middle, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On the move, it's Pringle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Singleton. There he goes. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Canes in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up 14 over Texas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and going deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go box. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout this season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go up top on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Pringle. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Turns it loose. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They send the tight end in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Intercepted for the 11th time. Going the other way, and he's got room. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Give to the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tight end now in motion. Here comes the option. Touchdown, Trojans! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a 1-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Finds a little space. Brings into the open. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line getting set on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking for space, it's Jackson. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback keeper. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks some.
Just steamrolling the defense. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They've got the screen set up. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the...
It's a fumble! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure that you get closer to the scoring range to take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
try to throw it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go to the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And here they come, almost... Way back. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Wisconsin. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's caught. He's loose down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field.
This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not...
He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He might want another play. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Quick strike complete. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Wormley.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll throw on third and short. Fires to the big fella. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got it inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way? Just keep slinging it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Off play action. Using the quick game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Canes want to move quickly. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pringle. Inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pringle. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going on that maybe you can do it.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And
there he goes. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. And a sweet catch, and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Williams.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
if I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stat.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Morton. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
High the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. To the air on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Canes are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Quarterback making adjustments. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready, break. 29.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. Past the 30. The 10.